Hey, how's it going, everyone? Saturday here, day of the divisional round playoff games. Can't wait for those, but I was kind of wondering what I was going to talk about today. I'm trying to make a video every day. Since I already talked about the games, I was kind of racking my brain last night, but lo and behold, I woke up this morning and Shannon Sharpe took care of that for me. Oh man, Unc went wild. So first of all, if you didn't see what happened somehow, I don't know what kind of rock you're living under, if you just maybe haven't even turned on your TV, turned on your computer today, and the first thing you saw is my video, well, what the hell is wrong with you? No, I'm just joking. Maybe today's the day I earn your subscription. Leave a like, leave a comment, whatever you guys want to do. I'm not going to be obnoxious with that every video, but I do got to say it every once in a while. But here we go. Let's check out this on Twitter.
Side at the Crypto.com arena. Dylan Brooks was having words with Shannon Sharpe, Hall of Famer and broadcast.
And the first one that comes over is Big Steven Adams.
See, Steven Adams comes over to protect his guy, along with the supporting cast, and then Shannon Sharpe still talking. And T. Morant, John Morant's dad, comes over. Had an opportunity to talk to T. Morant, and he said, my blood pressure didn't go up a bit. Nothing but love and respect for Shannon Sharpe.
Blood pressure
it's a bunch of guys.
Then why are you chirping?
Talking a bunch of trash.
Look like before halftime he said something.
I ain't talking about that.
Here comes the clown.
He's the blogger, whatever he is.
This guy's a clown. Stop acting like you don't know who he is.
I know you said earlier you didn't want to talk about what Shannon said, but there was a report that he said he started the talk with you, saying that you're too small to guard LeBron, and you swore back at him. Is that what happened?
No, I told him he missed the shot. That's all.
Do you think it's appropriate for a fan to kind of go back and forth with you guys like that?
A regular pedestrian like him, no. Shouldn't never
So
came back
disrespectful.
in the game. But it's LA.
Sharpe said that kind of what spurred that run-in at halftime was him talking to Dylan Brooks, telling him he couldn't guard you. Just wanted to know if you had any words for Shannon.
He's a fan.
No. I mean, I ride with Shannon 365 days, 66 on a leap year, 24/7. So that's my guy. So I always got his back, and he got mine. So he can talk with the best of them for sure.
That's why Skip got him. And of course, if you know Shannon Sharpe, you knew this would happen. He's gonna smooth things over. All right, so in the end, it's a heated situation. I mean, some of these younger guys today, I don't always want to get into the generational stuff, but because I even see this with older people now, people that grew up in its generation where you had to take tough constructive criticism. I think you just see it more often nowadays. People, anytime a situation like this, maybe this wouldn't even made the news, or you would have had to watch Sports Center to see it. And if you don't watch Sports Center, you're never going to see it. But if you click on Twitter, it's going to be all over Twitter. Now, Dylan Brooks, I mean, if the guy's a regular pedestrian, then why are you responding to him? People don't respond to regular pedestrians on the sideline. They respond to Spike Lee. They respond to Rihanna. Any other, there's been, they respond to Drake, okay? These are the guys that they respond to. They probably already have taken exception to something he said while talking with, Skip on Undisputed. I mean, honestly, what are you going to say about Unc, man? He speaks his mind. He's active on Twitter. He's, I've always liked him. I liked him when he was a Denver Bronco, even though he could be loud, obnoxious. He's the kind of guy, if you lose to their team, it can be like, God damn, man, I just wish that guy would shut up. But in the end, He was a great player. I would have loved him if he had been on the New York Giants, and probably any of you who watch football and root for a team, if you say, oh, I wouldn't have wanted it on my team, then, well, good thing you're not the GM of that team. I don't agree with everything he says on First Take, on Undisputed. I think way too many times there's this whole Skip Bayless, the big bad white guy, picking on the poor black guy. And I think that's just as bad as being racist. Maybe not just as bad, but it's another form of it on the opposite end. Shannon Sharpe doesn't need your protection. He doesn't need you speaking up for him, at least not when dealing with Skip Bayless. There's a reason why Skip went out and got him, and only him. Literally, I will not do the show without Shannon Sharpe. So I don't know if many of you know that. I know a lot of people with the recent thing over the Damar Hamlin thing, when Skip said one of the most innocent, I don't even know how people lost their minds over that. You know they're already waiting for it. They already don't like Skip, and are just waiting for him to slip up like that. But if you read what he said, it's just like, I don't see, if you have even 2 brain cells to rub together, how you could get mad at that. I don't know, maybe that's just me. And sometimes lately, Shannon's been going on with this, go ahead, Skip, I mean, I wish he wouldn't do that. I know Skip can be overbearing, but in the end, it's Skip's show. First Take is pretty much still Skip's show. There would be no First Take if it wasn't for Skip. And even when his contract was up last year, ESPN offered him oodles of money to come back. I think even a little bit more than Fox did. And even when he said, no, I'm re-signing with Fox, they offered him still oodles of money to do an afternoon show with Stephen A. Smith. And he turned that down. So, Unk, Skip, they're fine. You watch the show, they're going to move past it. That's why they're so good at what they do, because they can actually get into a heated debate and even kind of get a little bit mad at each other. But you don't think they're talking behind the scenes? Of course, they're boys. Just get over it. As far as this situation goes, I would like to comment on, a lot of people are saying, oh, he mentioned all these people in the comment. Let me actually go back to what he said.
At the crypto.
Let me pause this. They didn't want this smoke, Dave. This is what he was telling the ESPN reporter Dave McMenamin in the tunnel at halftime. They didn't want this smoke, Dave. They do all that talking and jockeying, and I ain't about that jockeying. I started with Dylan Brooks. I said he was too small to guard LeBron. He said, F me. I said, F you back. He started to come at me, and I said, you don't want these problems. And then Jock came out of nowhere talking. He definitely didn't want these problems. Then the dad came, and he obviously didn't want no problems. But I wanted anything they had. Don't let these fools fool you now. Now, I don't know how that's going to go over after he made up with Ja Morant's dad, later on in the second half. And I'm assuming he hadn't seen this comment before that, so these guys might feel a certain way. I'm sure no matter what goes on, Dylan Brooks is a change in his mind. You could see by his post-game comments. But a lot of people are talking about how you noticed the first person that came over was Steven Adams. And Shannon didn't say nothing about Steven Adams in the comment. Now, I don't know if he's because he knows Steven Adams actually does want that smoke, or maybe there's a little bit of a racial thing going on here where he just doesn't even want to comment about, someone that's non-black. I don't know. I hope that's not the case. I do get that feeling from Shannon sometimes, like he just feels a certain way. I mean, it doesn't bother me. That's not, I hate to even get into that stuff. Let people feel the way they want to feel. That's their life lesson to learn. I don't agree with it, because a lot of the times nowadays we're holding entire races accountable for the extreme actions of a vast minority, which that's just not fair. You could look at any race, creed, and color of people, and we all probably have the same equal amount of scumbags, the same percentage in every race. It's sad that it comes to that, but this is just today's social media. And you know what? If Unc feels a certain way about people of a certain color, that's his own thing to deal with, and he does call it like it is as far as his own community, which he gets a lot of criticism for. I think that's not right either. So this is just, I don't know. All I could say is thank you, Shannon, for giving me something to talk about. Hopefully you guys like the video. Some of the topics, can be a little bit sensitive. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about some of this stuff because it seems like you really can't say anything right about it. No matter what you say, you're going to always have someone disagreeing with you. But again, that's just the world we live in. You could talk about pollution. You could talk about child slave labor. You could talk about things, animal abuse. You could talk about some of these things that you would think, okay, 100% of people will agree on me. And it's like, nope, they won't. Now, I don't know if it's just horrible internet trolls. And that's one last point I would like to make. Please, people, so many times nowadays, people aren't even being racist online. They actually don't feel any certain way about anyone of a particular skin color. These are just, for the most part, young, dumbass, sorry for the swear, dumb males, probably mid to late teens, I would hope early 20s, and I know people like this from streaming. They're just bad internet trolls. They're trying to get a rise out of you. And obviously the first thing you see about a person is the color of their skin. And yeah, there may be bad trolls because that's just way too easy just to like, oh, look at you, da da da. But you know what? I think we all just need to calm down sometimes and, like I said, let people learn their own lessons. But anyway, guys, I might make another video later on because I wasn't planning on making this one. I was still trying to think of something, trying to do one a day. At least one a day keeps the insanity away. But until the next one, stay healthy and peace.